What's up, everyone? This is Joey Mickelson as your photographer and videographer, and today we are going to change a photo from one that has a bland sky to something that has an eye-catching sky. Let's jump into Photoshop and let's see what we can end up creating. Alright, so we have our photo here, and what we're going to end up doing is just going online and finding a picture of a sunset. Luckily for us, we already did this, so we don't end up needing to search up on to Google. So we're gonna go to File, Place End, and we're just gonna look for our sunset photo. We're going to, when you end up working on this, you want to lower down your opacity of the sky that you're trying to put in, so that way you can see the layer before it and under it, so that way you can easily match the perspective of it. So let's just simply raise this up, and right about there should be just in the right spot. So once we're done with that, we're going to want to rasterize layer. What this does is this actually enables us to end up editing further into the layer to end up doing more work to it. So right now we're going to disable the layer, and we're going to take our magic wand tool. And as you can see here, all this white is, well, very boring. So we're going to end up taking this, and you're just going to end up going onto your layer here that you want to change the sky to, and just click on the sky. Now, one thing you should know, this all depends on your sky, your background, and a whole bunch of other situations, depending on what you are trying to change. Essentially, sometimes you're going to have little things like this be picked up right here and right here. Not all the time is it going to be a clean magic wand, but you're going to have to take the little few extra steps and of getting that to being picture perfect. So, with that being said, we're going to click onto our sky and click on the layer, making sure the layer that the sky is on is selected. Now we're going to go down here and click on your layer mask. And just like that, it pretty much selected most of what we had in our selection of the marching ants to end up putting that into perspective. Now, there's more steps to this, as this isn't completely finished. We have to end up filling up those spots that weren't really completely selected. So all you just have to do is just take your brush tool, go into the layer mask right here, and then gradually, oops, wrong one. And we're just going to want to select it through like that. Let me bump up my flow here. And we're just going to want to go around the photo, see if there's anything we missed, and just correct it as you go like that. You would want to take your time on this, as so, as you'd want to make sure that this photo looks really good. Alright, so for that part's done. We pretty much have almost got it there to the point where we can say this photo is good so far. Now, we do need to take a step extra and correct this area right here, because unfortunately, when you end up using the magic wand tool 100%, it doesn't really get all the little spots that you need it to. So with this being said, what I like to do in my personal preference is end up taking the sun layer and your original layer and just duplicate it. And then merge it together. What this will do is basically give these two pictures on the same level or on the same layer, put them together so that way you can end up using it as one whole image. So we're going to take the spot healing brush tool, and when we come over here, we're just going to click as we go with the spots that we feel need to match up. So we're just going to keep on doing this. Okay. And we just want to see if we can end up removing most of that white area, the whitish spots, out of the way. Sometimes it does take a couple tries as you go. See if we can remove those lines out of the way too. See if we can remove the telephone pole out. Let me clean that up a bit there. Alright. Now that we have that part done, we have to take it a step extra further than that. End up correcting any reflections that we end up seeing. Whether it be if you're shooting from a car, through sunglasses, through windows, you have to make sure that everything matches the tone of the photo that you're editing. With this being said, we have this window that is, well, it was initially the sky was blue. But unfortunately, the sky was blown out, so you couldn't really see that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to photo filter. You're going to click on that once, and we're just going to adjust the density of it. Now, this is only specifically for the window and nothing more than that. We're just correcting the window. So what we're going to do is we're going to dump the paint bucket onto this layer. Then we're going to take the paintbrush tool, switch it, and now we're just going to change our flow to a lower number. And we're going to come in here and we're just going to gradually, as we go, just color it in. So that way the tones of this photo match. Just like so. And there you go. Now, as far as personal reference, I like to add an extra layer of coloring of a filter just because it gives it more aesthetic feeling, that warm neutral tone or that cool blue kind of color. So I'll just show you guys the effect that has an impact. We go back to photo filter and select on another one, and you could just see the two differences. It eliminates the whites and the cool colors and makes it very warm tonish. And that is how you end up changing a photo that has simply a boring sky into something that is eye appealing and catching in just a matter of a couple minutes. I hope you guys end up enjoying. This is Joey Mickelson as your photographer and videographer. Hope you all guys enjoy it, and stay tuned for more tutorials and possibly for an upcoming vlog that we might end up doing soon. Hope to see you guys on another